Hey guys, Pepper Nurse 1 here. It is very rainy, cloudy, overcast day. Next batch of rain is getting ready to come in. We had a freaking nice downpour this morning, and it's still hot and humid. The humidity up here is close to 100%. It's freaking absolutely brutal, but the rain is very welcome because we needed the rain. So first of all, before I get into my video today, I wanted to address something that a comment that was made, about oh, I wouldn't show all my preps or what I have, because then you're a target and people know where you are and stuff like that. And my reply to that individual when I had said that, I have your address and I'll just come and take your stuff, okay? I'm just going to put this out there right now. First of all, I don't always show everything that I have, number one. Number two, you don't know what my security is. And number three, and I'm just going to put this straight out there, and if this is a challenge or whatever, take it for what it is, okay? Anybody out there that thinks that they're going to come and take my stuff when everything goes south, my suggestion to you would be to bring plenty of body bags, because you're going to need them. If you think it's just going to be me and the kids here, you're sadly mistaken. So unless you have an army and you're going to come through and take my stuff, maybe you might then. But other than that, it's not going to happen, guys. I'm just going to put it out there like that. It's not a threat. I'm not a tough guy. I'm just saying I'm not, like I said, I don't reveal everything, okay? So that being said, we'll move on to the video. So suggested video by you guys, the viewers, was medical prep. So all I did is I pulled down one of my totes that I have up here. And I'm just going to go through some of this real quick. And we'll talk about it, and we'll go from there, okay? So let me just, being a nurse, I'm a big believer in really being loaded up on medical stuff, okay? So let's get right into it. These are just, this is a catheter insertion tray, alright? So if somebody needs to be cathed. Alright, here's something that I think is real important. A lot of multiple uses. Vaseline, petroleum jelly. Can't have too much of it. Multiple uses for petroleum jelly. Okay. Here's a great barter item, if you will. And I got a ton of them. Cotton swabs, Q-tips for your ears. All right. Here's another thing you're going to need plenty of. Band-aids. Oh. Yep, it's raining again. Okay, so here's Band-Aids. Very important to have. Alright, here is just a rolled gauze for dressing, cut, whatever, okay? Real important things to have with that. You can't have too much gauze. It's just something that you're going to really need in a worst case scenario. Alcohol prep pads, okay? To do cleaning of a wound and stuff like that, real important to have. Something that you should make sure you pick up. There's 200 in this box right here, okay? Hope you guys can hear that. That's why I left the window open. Alright, here we go.
Here comes the rain.
Yeah, here comes the rain. That's what Eddie just said. Hydrocortisone cream. All kind of antibiotics are going to definitely be needed, okay? More Band-Aids there. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here's another thing I like to have, super glue. Okay, super glue can seal a wound up. A lot of different uses for that as well, okay? In an emergency, that'll do the trick, okay? Now, let's see. More Band-Aids. I got plenty of Band-Aids in this box. What do we got here? Okay. More gauze dressing. Alright, so it's just more sterile dressings. Okay. I'll show you this in a second. It's a 4x4x12. Okay, just another thing of dressings. Like I said, there's a lot of good things to have. Here's something funny. You wouldn't think that this would be important, razor blades, razors. These are probably one of the best razors that I've ever had. They're called a Supermax. Freaking unbelievably great razors. Got them at the dollar store, okay? And I haven't seen them in quite a while, so. Alright, here's some more, these were drainage sponges, but again, they could be used for dressings. And it's just a 4x4. But like I said, it can be definitely used as a dressing as well. Let me see what else I got in here. Alright, here's 2x2 gauze pads, okay? I got a lot of stuff for dressings in here. And here's another one, all-purpose sterile pad. There's 24. They're all the same size. Let me see what the size is. They're 4x4s. All right, like I said, I got a lot of this type of stuff because I think it's going to be really important to have. What I got here? Another antibacterial bandage roll. Okay, 4x4, 1 1/4 yards. These are really kind of important things to have. Now, what I have here, this is a clear dressing. It's a transparent thin IV dressing site. But again, if you have an infected area, you can cover that over with that, okay? Put some antibiotic, clean it, put some antibiotic on it and cover it over, you know, with that, just to try to keep the wound clean. Piston syringes. I have a tremendous amount of piston syringes. You never know what you're going to need those for, okay? Let's see. Okay, here's something too. Dental floss. Dental floss, lots of toothpaste. Good things to have, guys. Really, really good things to have. Triple antibiotic ointment. Here's another thing, okay? Just so you see that. More Band-Aids. Okay, tape. Lots of different medical tapes to have. I have a ton of this kind of tape. Very important, I believe. Let's see what else we got in here. I'll just kind of show you here. There's 6 more rolls of that tape right there. So, let's see what we got here. Okay, anti-diarrheals, okay? Dealing with diarrhea could kill you after an event happens. If you ate something bad, you get diarrhea, you're done. There's more diarrheals there. So that's just some of the stuff here. Let's see what else I got in here. Okay, here's just another red rubber sterile catheter. We're doing catheterizations. I got a box of gloves in here again as well. Another thing. So just different things to have. Real smart. Have a variety of things. Okay. The 3 things that you need to stock up on realistically to prepare for a worst case scenario. They say Band-Aids, bullets, and beans. Okay. Medical stuff is going to be huge. Really, really important stuff to have. Things go belly up. Like I say, you know, you're really not going to have time to run back out to the store. So you're going to have what you're going to have, okay? And like I said, this is just one tote. I have other totes. But I'm just showing you out of this one that I have here. Start putting this stuff away. But, you know, you can go and get a lot of these things right at either the dollar store or you can go to Walmart. You can pick these up fairly cheaply right now, but they're going to be worth their weight in gold when something does happen. Being prepared, to me, you know, it's funny. A lot of people will say, oh, well, you're crazy, okay? And that's fine. I'm only crazy until something bad happens, then I'm the smartest guy in the room. But my thing is, I try to think about, okay, what's important? What's important to have? Because when things go bad, you're going to have what you're going to have. Now, I believe that there'll be a lot of bartering going on. And I think, you know, your different skill sets that you have are going to really deem your value. If you were a keyboard analysis before S.H.T.F, right? Wait, did I say that right? S.H.F.T. Anyway, worst case scenario, if you were keyboard analysis, your worth as far as skills go in a post-apocalyptic time would be nothing. You would have no skills. Nothing. It's not worthless. There's no power. Your skills are not going to help with anything. Okay. Take a Red Cross course, CPR, basic first aid. Get some skills. Those are important things to have. Being able to have things to barter, either a skill like like if you're a carpenter or a plumber, and they need something, I need something, then we talk, we barter, and we work it out. I think that's the way things are really going to be once things go belly up. And medical supplies, food, water, fresh, clean water, guns, ammunition. I think all those things are going to be real important to have. You need to be able to protect what you have, okay? I know a lot of people are anti-gun. It's an individual preference, and I don't judge nobody one way or the other, but I believe that you need to protect what you have, okay? So I show a lot of my stuff, I do, because I'm trying to educate you guys, okay? I really am trying to help people, give them ideas. You guys also give me ideas with your feedback. I love it, absolutely love the feedback. Like I said, we all learn from each other. I don't know everything, I don't claim to know everything. Like I said, I'm just a simple guy that woke up one day and said, wow, it's a scary world we're living in right now. And I chose not to live in fear, okay? And I've made a tremendous amount of changes in my life to make sure that, hey Bubba Lubba, to make sure that my kids are safe, that I'm safe, and the other people that are in my life that I care about are safe. So, very, very important. Medical preps are a huge part of that, especially me being a nurse. I believe, like I said, you got to be pertinent. You got to be smart about stuff, and you can do it really slowly and methodically, building up your supplies. It really, if you sit down and think about it, it's overwhelming. It really, truly is. But if you just do it very methodically, it goes fast, and you pick up a lot of stuff. Baby meds, picking up stuff for babies. Baby Tylenol. Liquid Tylenol, stuff like that. Those are important things to have too. Advil, simple as Advil. Pick up here. I'll show you. The way I do it, I pick up a bigger bottle at a time. There's 1,000 ibuprofen tablets in there. So, it just gives you an idea. Be smart, be methodical, ask questions. What should I get? What's important? That type of stuff. Here's my thing. Somebody had asked, when I did the video the other day and I had MREs. I had two different women ask me, what's an MRE? And they said, this may be a stupid question. No, here's the thing. The only stupid question is a question that's not asked, okay? If you don't know and you need to learn that information, ask the question. I have no problem sharing what I know with anybody. You guys know that, anybody that's watched my videos. Just be smart about it, guys. And here's the other thing. One of the reasons why I want to do these videos and share these different things with you guys, the more people that are prepared for when things go bad, the easier it's going to be on our society, okay? We need good people to survive. That's really, really important. We need good people to survive. And being able to take care of your family and have peace of mind and know that they're safe, that's huge. I know for me it's huge. I just knowing that, even if there was an EMP and I lost my solar system, okay, we can still be just fine. We can survive. We don't have to have the lights to survive, okay? Knowledge is power, guys. Get books, get medical books, get books on herbs, on homesteading, on how to do gardening. There's so much information out there. You're not going to be able to go on a computer and get it. So if you don't have it in paperback form, you're SOL, okay? And believe me, when things go belly up, you're going to have a lot of free time, okay? Knowledge is power. Very, very important. I love to read. I have a ton of books, and so that's kind of it, all right? So I'm going to get off of here for now. I hope everybody has a good day. We're going to have a rainy, wet day here in New York. Today is July 25th. It's a Monday. And have a great day, guys. All right, I'll talk to you later. Prepper Nurse went out for now.